It's more important than ever for your radio station to have multiple points of contact with your listeners. Today, we'll be talking about creating a great newsletter.
This is Better Radio Websites, the podcast for radio professionals who want to see their website generate more traffic and revenue. Each week, your host, Jim Sherwood, and his special guests give you time-tested tips and secret tricks to ensure your radio station dominates digital in your market. Here we go.
Hi, it's Jim, and welcome to Better Radio Websites, the podcast that wants to help you get more visitors and the most revenue from your radio station website. Well, if you've listened to more than one of these podcasts, you know how I love to preach on always driving traffic back to the website where you can monetize it. Email newsletters are an awesome way to do that and a great way for you to inform your listeners about everything that's going on at the radio station. What's that? Newsletters are dead, considered spam by most, and not effective anymore? Well, rest assured that newsletters remain an effective communication channel for radio stations, better than social media, actually, because there's no algorithm in place. If you send emails and you're not considered a spammer, then it's going to land where you want it to. In fact, you could be listening to this podcast because of a link in our weekly newsletter. Now, you never want to overload your listeners with too many emails, but if you're posting great content to your website like local news every day, well, then it might warrant sending multiple newsletters each week, even one or more times per day in some cases. So why send regular newsletters out in the first place? Well, one, it drives brand awareness for your radio station. It keeps your radio station top of mind. It keeps your subscribers up to date with what's happening at the station and around your community if you're providing local news. It creates trust and authority because if you're dedicated and they're receiving those newsletters on a regular basis, that builds trust and it builds authority as you as the leader of information in your community. It also keeps subscribers engaged with your website, and this means more traffic. Again, there I go preaching again. So let's jump in. What should you include on your sign-up forms for these newsletters, like on your website or in other places? Well, an email address is really the only required field, but most add a name field as well. Try not to make your sign-up forms very lengthy, like a big questionnaire. Nobody likes those, and you're sure to put off many subscribers if the form is too detailed. Now, if you want to get more information about each subscriber, respectfully ask for that information down the road at some point. Let them get comfortable with you and the content that you're providing them and build that trust first. Now, you could also include somewhere around your sign-up form information so that subscribers know what to expect when they sign up. If they expect to see your newsletter each day, each week, each month, well, then send them accordingly on that regular schedule. If your subscribers are getting too much or too little interaction from you than what they expect to get, then they will likely unsubscribe. Now, what do I mean by too little interaction? That means if you send a newsletter every 6 or 8, 10 months or whatever, and they might actually be surprised that they're getting this email from you, and they may think, what? I don't even remember signing up for this newsletter. This is spam. You don't want that. That's what I mean by too little interaction. Now, are you planning to import contacts from your database that you've been building over time, like years? Well, remember that contacts must have given you their consent to receive emails from you. Emailing services take spam very seriously, and they can boot you from their platform if even one or two of those people accuse you of sending spam. You don't want that, believe me. So what should your radio station newsletter contain? Well, calls to action, for one thing. What do you want subscribers to do after opening your email? Do you want them to tune in? Do you want them to visit a certain link? Whatever it is, make that information very clear to them. You can provide local news. Sharing local news and information is a great way to engage subscribers via newsletters. The stations that we've seen benefit the most from their newsletters have included local news and events and stuff like that on their websites, and then provided a way for listeners to receive that information, those headlines, in their inbox each morning or each afternoon, whatever would apply to your particular market and situation. Now, this would also apply to music news, even national news if you're a talk station. It's really easy to incorporate your website RSS feed into most email service providers now, and this puts your content really on automatic. If you can automatically pull in news posts from your website, the news service creates your newsletter and sends it out automatically, and you don't have to do anything, but every so often maybe go in there and tweak a setting or two. You could also provide contests and promotions. Your newsletter should always contain the biggest contest or promotion that your station is involved in at that time. Be sure to always direct traffic, though, back to the website. Events, if you post events on your website, then include a few upcoming calendar events in your newsletter. Those might include remote broadcasts as well. Links to polls, if you're running a poll on your website, ask their opinion with a link to the poll on the website. Just think, nearly everything in your newsletter should link back to the website at some point. Or if it's not a Listen Live link, or if it's not your social media page for a specific thing. So a popular question is, should I include client banner ads? Well, yes, you can, but please keep it to a bare minimum. Nobody signs up to get more advertising in their inbox. So if your emails look like a page full of client ads, then you can expect your subscribers to fall off quickly, never to return. For me, I think one client banner ad should be sufficient per email, but make the call to action within that ad be worth getting and make it really beneficial for the client that's choosing to advertise within your newsletter. Make it a super sale, a 50% off coupon, something really interesting, not just a simple client logo with a link to their website. So how frequently should you send your station newsletters out? Well, the frequency really depends on you and the content you're providing. Some will say that sending out newsletters no more than twice a week or once a month is a best practice. However, if you're providing a news service to your community, which you probably are with your radio station, then there's no reason why you can't send news headlines once per day, either in the morning or near the end of the day. Consider having maybe 2 or more email lists that listeners can sign up for. One of the lists can be the periodic news updates that are more promotional, like contests, events, things that the station is involved in. Then make another list that is daily, that contains news headlines of the day, current information, something that is relevant and very timely. So what newsletter services are best for sending and deliverability? Well, there are really hundreds of services out there to choose from, but some of the best affordable options include Constant Contact, MailChimp, MadMimi, MailerLite, ActiveCampaign, and Campaign Monitor. We will link to these in the show notes. These services can make it very easy to get started by importing contacts and getting started with pre-made professional templates that really you can just drag and drop your content into. They make it super, super simple to get started. A specialized service like this is really the best way to go to ensure deliverability of your newsletters too. Yes, there are plugins and resources out there that allow you to send email newsletters directly from your website. However, this process of sending out emails can take up server resources that could go to making your website faster. And you don't want to get the IP address of your website banned in case somebody reports your emails as spam. And speaking of getting banned, consider never sending emails from your station's email address. This is the from email address in the newsletter. It only takes 1 or 2 subscribers to mark your newsletters as spam before your email address can be blacklisted and classified as spam by many email clients. This means that if you use your regular station email address also for emailing client business, those emails may not make it to their intended recipients. Email clients like Outlook and Gmail and that sort of thing, they share spammer data between them to keep you safe. And if your address shows up on one of those spammer databases, then it's very difficult and a lengthy process to get it taken off and to fix that to where folks can actually get your regular emails that you send person to person or business to business. So don't use your station email address as the email address of your newsletter. All right, so wrapping up, ensure that your newsletters contain compelling content that links back to the website as much as possible. Be brief. Don't include tons and tons of content, this big, huge, long email to overwhelm your subscribers. In fact, don't include full news articles either. Remember, the key is driving website numbers that you can sell to more advertisers. Meet the expectations that you've set for your newsletter and be consistent in that. Deliver your newsletter on a regular schedule without fail. You may want to consider multiple newsletters that have different frequencies so that the subscriber can choose which ones they receive. Some folks may not want to hear from you every day, but others may want to hear from you every day. If you're importing contacts that you've gained over time, like a long period of time, ensure that you have those approvals for them to receive your newsletter. You don't want to be labeled as spam, okay? And then always ensure to have an easy, straightforward unsubscribe option in every email that you send. This is very important because if you don't include a way for somebody to unsubscribe to your newsletter, then that is a surefire way to be labeled as a spammer. I don't know how I get on all of these email lists. I'm sure you get on email lists as well, but you have no idea how you got signed up for it. And then you scroll down to the bottom looking for an unsubscribe, and there's none. Isn't that frustrating? Be sure that you put an unsubscribe link within every newsletter email that you send like that. Writing a newsletter may seem like a chore, especially at the beginning, but it can add a major boost to your website traffic and your website sales. With the right email newsletter service and a little bit of brainstorming, you can get up and going and sending engaging emails in no time. Hopefully, these tips equipped you to get out there and create your radio station newsletter if you don't have one already. Have an awesome week online making your radio station website better. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening to Better Radio Websites. Inspired by today's episode? Be sure you are subscribed and share this episode with a friend. Visit skyrocketradio.com/podcasts for more episodes as well as show notes for this episode. Need help starting or making your station website better? Visit skyrocketradio.com.